Want to hear something amazing? Discover matches all the cash back you earn on your credit card at the end of your first year, automatically, dollar for dollar, with no limit on how much you can earn. Extra cash? Come on, how amazing is that? In fact, it's even more amazing when you realize all the places where Discover is accepted. 99% of places in the U.S. that take credit cards. So when it comes to Discover, get used to hearing yes more often. Learn more at discover.com/yes. 2020 Nielsen Report. Limitations apply.
Bucks County, Pennsylvania is an ideal destination for a holiday getaway. Travel responsibly during the most festive time of the year and stay in the area's gorgeous lodging properties. Celebrate the holidays with a scenic drive through the covered bridges, a visit to castles, holiday light shows, and outdoor festive fun. Eat, drink, shop local, and be merry while visiting main streets scattered throughout the countryside. Go to visitbuckscounty.com to start planning.
All right. Live again, y'all. Okay, guys, we are live one more time. Had some technical difficulties, but actually it worked out good. So we're going to continue this fruitful discussion between my two friends here. All right, guys.
Right, going on with...
Go ahead.
Yeah. Now, what? Hey, Rob. Yeah. Hey, going on, man, with that topic you had brought up about the black community. Yeah. I'm getting an echo again.
Oh, man. Yo, my end, I promise you, bro, when you hear it's going to sound crisp. I don't know why you getting the echo, dog. But on my...
I'm going to try it again.
Okay, yeah. All right, go ahead, Al. You can go ahead and finish it off, and then Rod gonna jump back in.
All right, Rod, what you were saying about the black community? Yeah, we understand there's some issues there, and the problem with that is that we look for everyone else to solve it, and it's a problem that we have to solve amongst ourselves. Because everyone else who's intervened to try to help really only made the problem worse. So when you go back and you were talking about the crime bill, they over-policed our neighborhood. The stop and free. It turned your neighborhood to a police state pretty much. But Ryan, I can say this, man, right? I done lived in the South, and I lived on the West Coast, Northwest, up there, Tacoma, up that way. And I currently live in the Denver area, right? I'm not experiencing no racism out here, so how can I speak on racism and talk about racism when I'm not seeing and experiencing it through racism? But see, right? But here's the thing: you're going back to one particular area. When you go look at police brutality, that's not happening in just one part. When you look at the dots, that's all over the United States. So just because one area don't have it, but what about the other areas where it's still going on? I got away from them areas. Oh, okay. That's why a lot of slaves migrated from the south to the north. Okay, go to Boston and tell them that racism on this. In Boston, one of the racist states there is. If it's not racism in Colorado, then why are they marching there now? Man, it's these young liberal little kids that just want to mess up things, man. Half of these people that's protesting are not even black people. That's in all states too. In Minneapolis, same thing. Half of these, like I said, more than half of these people that's protesting are not even black people. So is that a good or bad thing? That's a bad thing because when black people gonna stand up for themselves? It's black people that you don't have the numbers. The numbers, right? said 13. You said 13 the other day. You said there's about 13% of Black America makes up percentage in this country, right?
That's right.
You know what that number adds up to? 13%.
About 40-some million.
I looked it up. Like 44 million Black people live in America.
And it's 200 and almost 50 million whites. That's 5 times more.
But sometimes, right, we still cause a lot of ruckus on ourselves, though, man. That's just my opinion. I wish there was something we could do for our race, man, where we could, the Black community, where we could bring everybody together. That's one thing I never could say I experienced in my lifetime. Asians stick together, and Spanish people stick together, and whites stick together. Why Blacks can't stick together?
And I don't want to bring it back up like you heard so many times before that it was indoctrinated during slavery. But past that, and I talk to a lot of old Black people, and they talk about time of segregation and how a lot of them didn't want to integrate. Wow. So they were able to handle their own affairs and govern themselves. And that way they felt like they would get a fair shake at life. Because you integrate to a system that really don't want you there. If you got to force somebody to accept you, you really accept it.
No.
Really? No.
You don't feel like we're forcing acceptance to be accepted by America and be accepted by white people and stuff. You don't think we're forcing it to the showing how these Spanish people come over to America and work their ass off, and all of them stick together, and they move together, and they do things together and purchase things together and build their communities up. You go all over Denver, they have Spanish stores, they got Spanish communities, they got Spanish schools, they got everything that the Spanish people done built together, man. Why Black people don't have that? All right?
For the simple fact that at one time we did have it. We even had our own banking system. The Black Wall Street.
We still have Black banks.
The Rosewood. We had it.
Yeah.
But what happened to it?
So you think we can't have it again?
To be honest, to do it in this society is like fighting an uphill battle. To get it back to that level.
The Spanish people doing it.
I'm gonna tell you, I think what is going to have to take, and and it's actually happening right now anyway, for there to be black, I don't want to say a black utopia, but black solidarity. You have to connect with other brothers and sisters like-minded. Like right now, it's a sister. She's an entrepreneur. Me and her chop it up all the time, and like right now, we bounce off each other with stocks and shit. Like she'll buy some stocks, and she'll let me know, and I just bought some stocks, and I let her know, and we both trying to learn about day trading, and we just bouncing off each other, man. But basically, we're like-minded. Like I told my wife this morning. I was like, hey, I was telling her about stocks, and she was telling me about the stocks, and you got to just find like-minded. Do I think it's possible? Yeah, but I do think it's gonna take time because. Go ahead, bro.
Well, let me just say this right here. To be honest, Black people don't have no problem with white people. It's always that they'll eventually have a problem with us. not because of character, but just because of your skin color.
You know what I was thinking yesterday, Rod? What? That all this like rioting and protesting, man, that's gonna have people kind of like looking at you weird, man. Like you know, like showing sympathy for you because you black and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nothing given to me like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I just don't, man. You know. I mean, that's how I feel about that, man. We doing they do all this. Okay, I understand they want equal rights and stuff like that, man. But you know how you seeing some of these on these news ads how white people kneeling down in front of black people and stuff like that, asking for forgiveness and telling them they sorry. I don't want nobody doing that to me, man. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I almost told them this to
treat me. All I have to be treated like a human being, and with respect, and I return the favor, man. It ain't about no color with me. I don't care what color you are. Just treat me with respect. That's all I want.
But see, that's me, man. I don't care about the color. If you're cool with me, no matter what color you are, I'm cool with you. Because there's some black people I'm going to deal with.
That's right.
Yeah, I can vouch for that too.
Yeah, I mean, like I said.
But Mac, man,
what's going on?
What you usually go on every night, man, with your podcast? How does it work with you, Mac? So I can start checking you out.
Oh man, it just depends. Like I try to post frequently. I've been around for about a good month and some change now, man. I got I want to say this will make my 24th episode. So I try to remain consistent, man, because, you know, ever since the COVID-19, man, you know, I picked up a new hobby, a new skill, you know, because many people, you know, listen to me, not a lot, but a few, you know, and it's it feels good, man. And I just basically started investing in myself as far as with the podcast, man. I enjoy doing it, and you know, but do I do it every night? No, I would like to do it every day if at all possible. But I actually, since my inception, man, I got a lot of episodes, man. So I'm proud of myself, man. And if you go check out,
congratulations, man, on this, man.
Thank you.
This is my first time hearing about it.
I posted on my Facebook a lot. I posted on my Facebook a lot.
Broadcast it out on Facebook, man, and you know, advertise on Facebook where you know people could spread the word. Where you know you could come up with different topics for the day, or you could do every other day or whatever. Mm-hmm. Where anybody could join, man, and give their views and opinions on you know what's happening in the world and stuff like that.
Most definitely, man.
You know?
Like I said, this is a conversation that more of our people need to have, because we're not having it. You know, we're not having it because we just not, man. Different opinions, different views, man. But I'm so grateful that you wanted to come on, man, because you know, like I said before, I saw the controversy on your Facebook, man, and I was like, wow, you know, and I wanted to hear your point of view, man. And you know, like I said, actually, believe it or not, let everybody know, Al actually gave me the title. So like I said, man, like I said, I think we're having a good conversation, man, you know, because like I said, like, you know, I understand both sides, both points of the argument. And like I said, I don't know, I'm not saying you've never experienced racism. I mean, I just figure every brother has. I just assume that. I mean, I was listening to Robert F. Smith, the richest black man in America. He's experienced racism, you know?
Yeah.
But I understand what you're saying.
From Colorado.
He's from Colorado. He sure is.
Thank you.
He is from Colorado. And I just said,
I guess I'm in the wrong area of Colorado, huh?
Well, if you watch the Black Klansman, it's based on Colorado Springs.
Oh, okay. Oh,
They were recruiting people from Fort Carson.
well, man. And it's on a good note, Matt. A few things I want to say, man.
Go ahead.
Then to everybody out there that's listening, man. Race-wise, it don't matter, man, what color you are. Whatever you want to accomplish in life, put your mind to it and make it happen, man. You know, obstacles gonna be there. Go around them or jump over. You keep pushing to finish your mission.
Yeah, no doubt.
Success could come tomorrow. It could come in 12 months. It could come, as quickly as you want it to come.
That's right.
Nobody's stopping you. If you want it, get it. Go get it. Get your piece of the pie, man. There's a piece of the pie out there in America for everybody to get. You got to figure out the way to get that piece of the pie. Either entrepreneur. If you want to be an entrepreneur, you can make it happen some type of way. There's ways to do things, man. Like this for you, Mac. This could lead to something bigger and better once that your name and everything gets out. You may end up being a reality TV host or something like that. Man, you never know where it's going to lead you at, Mac.
Yeah. Let me ask you something, man. Did you enjoy this dialogue, bro?
Yeah, I actually did, man, because I want to talk to people and people that's open-minded about things, man, not to see things one way.
Yeah.
And I see things, I'm open-minded about everything, man. Now, the Democrats was doing things, man, for black people, man, and helping black people advance in this country, man. Why Democrats not pushing this? Been pushing this police brutality and this unequal injustices and stuff. Why they haven't been pushing that if it was a big topic?
I don't know.
All we heard before with the Democrats, man, was illegal immigrants. They got safe areas or whatever where they all can go to and live.
Sundown.
Why they haven't done that for black people, man?
Yeah.
All these homeless people out here in these different cities and stuff like that. Why they don't do stuff like that, man?
That's a good question, bro.
Yeah, I just don't understand it, man. And now the whole thing with the Democrats now, they taking the knee, trying to, entice, want the black community to see, okay, they're taking the knee with these African scarves on and stuff like that. Just like Joe Biden said, if you don't vote for him, you're not black. You don't think stuff like that is racist?
That was a spit in the face.
That's right. That was an insult. That was an insult in reality. But at the end of the day, neither party has really done a whole lot for blacks, man. To be honest.
Who?
I said, to be honest, I don't think either party has really ever done enough for blacks. Either party. That's why I say I remove myself from the political arena.
Yeah.
Now, Al, do you go to like the Republican convention and stuff like that, man? Are you pretty?
No, I haven't went to one before, but I've watched them on like live TV and stuff like that, and caught it live sometimes and stuff like that, and posted stuff. On live Facebook Live when people go live and stuff like that at these things and stuff like that. Would I attend one? Yeah, I probably would if I had the chance to. Just to see experiences, just to see how it is in there.
I know me when I was heavy in it. I just donated but I never went to a convention. I just never had really the desire to, man, because when it was all said and done, I don't know. It just didn't. I don't like crowded spaces anyway. But I just feel like, man. Do you feel like our people are waking up somewhat?
Hell yeah, we're waking up, man.
I feel like we are, but like you said, on one end, like I noticed on LinkedIn, which is I'm pretty sure you heard of LinkedIn, and
yeah, I heard of that.
I'm noticing a lot of companies are putting blacks in positions, like you said. I feel like, I'm not saying that they trying to like show that, oh, we're not racist now. It's like, one minute I'm like, well, man, I didn't know there was a black. Like right now, they just instated a brother. He's a chief for the Air Force now. I'm sorry, I don't want to say chief for the Air Force. He's like in a high rank position in the Air Force. I don't want to be wrong with my information. And I'm like, well, what was all this before? Why did it take? Like me and D always talk about it, and I feel like the George Floyd incident was a straw that broke the camel's back. Like, okay, this shit got to stop. And I feel like that incident not necessarily incited it, but it was like the pimple that had to pop. Would you agree with that, bro?
Well, with this George Floyd thing, right? A lot of black people start using the social media platform, man, and getting that stuff out to the public and stuff like that, right? Mm-hmm. And a lot of that stuff sells to the media. That's good sellers for people to get their ratings up on these shows and stuff like all these news channels and stuff like that, right? Mm-hmm. What happens when a white person gets killed? Do they do that? Do they protest and do they, film it and all that stuff like that? Riot and protest every time a white person dies, get killed?
They have.
I'm with this whole thing with George Floyd on how that officer did it, man. Mm-hmm. I want you to keep that in mind. That I totally agree and think that was the wrong way for that officer to handle that guy. And what I'm saying is that stuff like this been happening, and it's just getting out.
Yeah.
White, black racism stuff, that sells numbers.
Yeah.
Somebody getting rich off that, people posting that stuff on Facebook and the news and stuff like that. That's money. Somebody getting paid for that stuff.
That's right.
Yeah. So what I want to say with us, man, we need to figure out how to come together, man. If we come to figure this out, how to come together, black community come together, and nobody's hating on the next person and acting, different towards each other, we could be a power. We can become powerful, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and
everything black people, man, that invented things. And that wasn't that didn't get recognition for, other things too that can happen to black people, man. And not one time have I remember my life black people ever coming together, man. I don't know if you can recall anything. I'm still waiting for somebody to get the black community on the same track, Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's all I'm thinking, man. Huh?
It's called divide and conquer.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
It's more tactic also.
And you know what, Al? I think this would be good. Like I said, when we get done, I'm gonna send you the link, but I'm gonna tag you. And I think people on your page, because a lot of people, I understand. Me and you. Chop it up on the comments, and I'll be like, bro, I already know what you're going through, and the drawback that you get from people is like, wow, and you're like, man, I've been knowing you 20, 30 years, and people, the disrespect is like, what? Come on, man, we can't have a difference of opinion. And
exactly.
I think people misunderstand your point of view. And my thing is, I know knowing you from the military, you've evolved a lot, bro. And that's not a bad thing, because you should evolve. I remember years ago, a friend of mine was like, man, what happened to you, man? What happened to you? You know, and I said, well, man, you're supposed to evolve. The way I thought at 21, I shouldn't be still thinking that way at 30. Something has to change. And
exactly.
I think that's what people misunderstand you at, as far as on your Facebook presence, man. You know, and
see, man, a lot of people, man, on that be commenting on the Facebook page, man, they know me from 20 years old and below.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they don't know me from 21 years till, you know, currently present in life and experienced life and traveled all over the world and met all kind of people and done all kind of things and stuff like that. A lot of those people that's on those comments back on Facebook, those people are back home, never left home, still at home, still doing the same thing they was doing 10, 20 years ago, man.
Yeah.
Same mentality, same mindset, haven't went anywhere, haven't seen anything, haven't experienced anything.
Can I ask you one question?
Yeah.
Now, after the George Floyd incident, and then when you posted the numbers for people getting killed by the police, do you think that was insensitive at the time that you posted it to the people who just witnessed this man with a knee on his neck for almost 10 minutes?
No, it wasn't insensitive. I wanted the people to see, okay, this don't only happen to black people. I understand it happened to him. I understand it happened to him. But that just don't happen to black people, man.
Okay, well, let me ask this question here then. Okay, you said it happened to white and black. So you're saying that the people aren't justified in lashing out because of it?
Yes, of course people can lash out for it, man.
Okay,
I'm not
right?
People lashing out for it, but like Martin Luther King, when they marched, how did they march? Peacefully, right?
And they still killed him. So don't see. This is what I'm saying. See, they'll put shit like that in your head. Oh, well, Martin Luther King would be upset right now. No, Martin Luther King would rather be alive today. That's what I'm saying. He did it peacefully and he died. Malcolm said, "You're not gonna fucking hit me with no bricks and no sticks and shit. We shoot back. You shoot at us, we shoot back." They killed him. But the thing they both have in common.
You're making grilled cheese tonight. The store with the really, really good cheese closes at 7. If it's 12.1 miles away and work ends at 5:45, but rush hour picks up around 6:15, when's the latest you can leave for cheese? Don't know? Not to worry. Waze knows. Take a look at the traffic forecast and plan your drive ahead of time. Waze. Download and drive today.
Was that they were trying to uplift their people. That's the issue. So when you put that out there, man, when you put that out there at that time, and like you said, it happened to all races. But the people are getting tired of this happening. So it don't matter how many times it happens to this group or that group. It shouldn't be happening to no group. That's what the people are out there really for, man.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
So where is our 21st century Martin Luther King at? Who's speaking for the black community now?
And you know what? All of them have been tainted. All of them have been bought off. Your Jesse Jackson, your Al Sharpton. A lot of people have been bought off.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
And for so long, I feel like you said, Al, the media has been trying to give us black leaders We don't really need a leader. We can lead ourselves. Like you said before, you have never experienced that. Like you said, you walked into jobs and walked into the company, man. I was like, hey, I want this opportunity. Let me show you what I can do. And you got the opportunity. And that shows leadership alone. So, you know, I think, you know, like I said, people always say Louis Farrakhan, the black leader. I'm like, whoa. He ain't no black leader. Don't say that, because he's not. He's not my leader.
Let me just interject this real quick. Just 56 years ago, the Civil Rights Act was signed. 1964, right? So we've been here almost 400 years, but just 56 years ago, the Civil Rights Act was signed. Now, we talk about walking on John. In order to try to level the playing field, we had to, they had to come up with, they call it affirmative action. Right? So if America is so just, then why do you need this kind of stuff in place anyway? If it's all about pulling yourself up by the bootstrap and make the best man win, then why I got to entice you to hire somebody of color? Why I got to tell you it's wrong to discriminate somebody because of their color?
That's true.
You shouldn't even have to have that at all. So it ain't about Republican or Democrat, man. It's about whoever gonna do right for the people.
It's about justice.
About justice. We're gonna be fair and unbiased. That's all we're looking for. At least me, that's all I'm looking for in the leader, man. Somebody who unbiased. No matter if you white or black, you do something wrong, you pay the punishment. Yeah.
Because
that's all I'm looking for. You go to work, you get a certain pay. But don't pay somebody else $1 or $2 more just because they white.
Yeah.
Don't make it hard for me to have more credentials than my white counterpart to get the same job. Yeah. So a lot of times racism is not always blatant in your face. It's subtle also.
I understand that, Rob. I really do. But if you're a business owner, man, right? I mean, they could tell you that you have to hire this amount of percentage of minorities, but they can't make you. You know?
Yeah.
Same thing like African American businesses. They don't have to hire white people. You know? But they do.
Okay. Now, I'm glad you said that. Now, let's look at it from this standpoint right here. And slaves who not only did they work here for free, but that capital was used to build a lot of these corporations you see today. These banks started this last week. You know what I'm saying? The Banks of America, the Wells Fargo, all of them had their hand in slavery. So we helped them build a business in their economy. And we know really took time like to try to, well, at one time we did, like I said, you had the Black Wall Street, you had the Rosewood, but they was building their own economy, and they came in and they burnt it down.
Yeah.
So now you fast forward today, a black man can't really go up to another black man and ask for a job because most black men don't have their own business. So we all at this man's table asking for something. But is it wrong to ask for something that I help build? Or my people help build?
You know what, Rob? This should have been like done. How they say, like black reparations or whatever, black people owe reparations. I feel if they was gonna do it, it should have been done a long time ago, man.
True. That's true.
You know, I think we way past that. Okay, all black people get reparation type stuff now. You know, I mean, You know, man.
Why?
Why?
You don't think
Because most white people in today's society haven't had nothing to do with that slavery stuff. Most black people living today haven't had anything to do with that slavery stuff. I understand, what was accomplished from, our ancestors working hard like that and helping these people build this stuff up. Yeah, I understand that. It should have been done a long time ago if they was going to do it.
Okay, Alan, check this out. Why do the Native Americans still get money then in their own land? And their land is sovereign also. That land is sovereign. That means that a regular cop can't come over there and do what he want to do.
I understand that. Many years ago, the U.S. side, when they did all that, coming over, took the land and all that stuff like that. Many years ago, man, they signed this contract. It was a contract that the U.S. signed with them, where they don't have to pay no taxes ever. They get a certain amount of checks every year.
Free. How would it?
You think they deserve that?
You don't think we deserve it?
I'm asking with Native Americans. You don't think they deserve that?
Yeah, they deserve it also. But they give it to every other race except for us. They give it to the Japanese. You know what I'm saying? The Germans are still paying the Jews. And we get a Jewish state money. We even help them develop that state. So why when it comes to us, it's this big fuss about it, like, oh, no, we can't do it. But you just came up with $2 trillion out of nowhere.
What would make it even for black people then? Just tell me that. What they get? How much money you say they have to get every black person in America?
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because they just showed this on the news, and they said if they approve $14 trillion for reparations, that means that it'll be a one-time payment of $346 million. I think it's 346,000.
Yeah, 346,000.
I'm saying that.
Yeah. Now you don't think that's fair?
To every black American in the country?
Why not give it to them? Well, we use the term ancestors' real life. Those are real people. That's flesh and blood. That's our blood, man, that was killed, that was slaughtered. And that's one of the biggest problems with slavery. It ain't the fact that they were slaves. Slavery been going around since the beginning of time. It's even in the Bible. But the Bible speaks about how you should treat a slave. They treated us subhuman, and then after they said that it was over, they kept doing it through Jim Crow. And now, you know what I'm saying, you got to put all this stuff in to try to even the playing field. They owe us really more than that.
Hey, on that note on the Bible, check this this verse out. It's Exodus chapter 21, verse 20 through read verse 20 to 25. And see, I just read it earlier. They was talking about slaves. It's a slave chapter about the masters owning slaves and beating on these slaves. Read about it. It's Exodus chapter 21, verses 20 through 26. Read that, man.
I'm on it right now.
Read verse 20, man. Read it out.
Yeah. He said if you hit him in the eye, you gotta let the slave go free to compensate for the eye. You knock out a tooth, you gotta let the slave go. See, I'm glad you brought that up because not only here but in Latin America, where a lot of us was taken out though, In Peru, if you was a slave and you worked, you had to give a certain part of your earnings to your master. But you can also buy back your freedom.
Yeah.
It's just the fact that how America treated us during slavery. And through the Caribbean, they didn't get treated like this.
I was just about to bring that up, Rod. You know black people wasn't the only slaves, right? All right?
No. That's how you got a Mexican through the Native Americans. Well, I take that back. What was that? Was that enough? That was in South America, right? The movie Apocalypto.
Apocalypto, yeah. That was
when
a
the
mix.
Spaniards came, when the Spaniards came over.
Mm-hmm.
So that's basically what a Mexican is, what a native and a Spaniard is. The Taino, what they call the Taino Indians.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think these Mexicans will be Aztecs, if I'm not mistaken. But we were slaves in Mexico. They actually have a slave city in Mexico, named after a slave. I think it's called Yanga. Now by Acapulco. Yeah, man, we went everywhere. We went everywhere. But the Bible told us, in the Bible, it said that, and you read Exodus, but if you read in Deuteronomy, it talks about us going into slavery in ships throughout the four corners of the world. And like when y'all were saying how black folks were waking up, it said after about 400 years, which was we've been here about 400 years, that we would start waking up and seeing it for what it really is here.
So let me ask you this then, Rob.
Mm-hmm.
So when the Europeans went over to Africa,
Mm-hmm.
Why did our own ancestors sell? Why did they offer to sell slaves or sell people to these Europeans to bring them back over to America like this? Because they didn't take us.
No,
They didn't take us.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because those people aren't really our people. This is what they've been trying to get across to people here in America, the blacks in America, for it's been going on for a little time now. They're saying that because when you look at now I'm gonna take you back to the flood when Noah had the son and Ham, who was supposed to be the progenitor of the African race, as far as the Ethiopians, the Egyptians, the Libyans, and one more. But he started that race. But see, they said that we're supposed to be part of Shem, which started what they say the Jewish race, which is Israel is actually part of Africa. This is how the Jews was able to walk in and out of Egypt. And they said that's where we came from. But when the Romans came into the temple and tore it down, we fled into Africa instead of into West Africa. Now they got an ancient map of Africa back when the majority was called Ethiopia before it was Africa. But it showed every coast where they took slaves. And they showed where they took the tribe of Benjamin from, and the tribe of Judah from, and the Levites, which are the Haitians. And they took us from Africa and they brought us here. But those people who sold us was not our people. You remember, those same people enslaved us back then when we were going into Egypt. Those are the descendants of Ham. We're not descendants of Ham. We come from Shem, Jacob. We don't even look like them damn people.
You taking it way back on me, all right?
Yeah, and that's why when they come here, they don't look at you as no brother. Ain't nothing
We talking about the Africans?
Yeah, most Africans don't look at you as a brother. They call you a kata. They said that you was a weaker people. That's how you ended up here, because you wouldn't fight. They talk about how you've been here for so long, and this is only the furthest you've gotten in the land of opportunity. And the most sad part about it is that everything that black folks fought for, they come here and they get to actually partake in it. Just like you talking about how the Mexicans got their stores, Africa got the same thing.
Yeah.
So everybody gets to partake in all the we fought for, except for us as a whole. A few of us slipped through the cracks.
Let me ask you this, Rod. Let me ask you this. Do you consider black people born in America blacks or African American? How would you title black people born in America?
Okay, the term African American came from Jesse Jackson. Black people have been classified approximately 9 different times here in America. You went from Negro to Negroid to Black, Afro-American, Afro-American. It's so many colors. On my birth certificate, it says colors. And I was born in the 70s. Color. That was my race. So I don't identify with the race. I don't really like to call myself an African American. I've never been to Africa. Because and another thing, you don't ever see like white people really stressing on European Americans.
I know. So why we do it?
Because that's what Jesse Jackson started. That's how that term came about through Jesse Jackson. I think it was maybe late. I think when did you start becoming African Americans? In the 80s?
The 90s?
Was it the 90s?
Mm-hmm.
And what before that was black before that?
Mm-hmm. And colored.
I know the 70s was colored. All these tags. See, that's what I'm saying. America's supposed to be one melting pot. And to show you how it's supposed to be a melting pot, let me ask you the question right here. What's the official language of America?
English?
English. You think it's English?
Yeah.
There is not one. America
What's the official language?
Official language.
You said what is it?
There is no official language in America.
Okay.
There is no official language in America. We're supposed to be a melting pot, but every time you look around, it's partitions and divisions. African American, Afro, everybody's some American. Why can't just be American? I'm really talking to the dude from Puerto Rico, and he said we just consider Puerto Rican. Now they're starting to come along and do this Afro Latino thing.
What?
Yeah. They done started that of Afro Latino, man, because a lot of the black Latinos on the islands are trying to go back and revisit their African roots. They're doing DNA tests to show that they have African ancestry in them. That's pretty much a lot of people on the island. I mean, like I said, we was taking that also. That's how we ended up in Puerto Rico and Dominican and Haiti and all these other places. You know what I'm saying? South America. Like I said, even further as Mexico.
Well, let me ask you this,
I don't like the title.
Let me ask you this, Rob. If America's so bad, why everybody trying to come over here? Why everybody want to leave their country where they're born and raised to come to America if it's so bad here?
Because I don't think it is as bad for them as it is for us. They tell us to go back where we came from, right? Because we talk about how bad it is. Because I think we've had the worst experiences here. Now, people come from other places. I don't think they don't go through the same things we go through or have been going through and continue to go through. But to that question is, I hate to hear people talk about how great their country is, like a lot of these Africans. But you come over here all the time looking for opportunities. We're the only people here. We're the only people here who didn't ask to come. We're the only ones here that didn't ask to come. The Italians came on their own. The Japanese came on their own. Yeah, the Mexicans coming on their own. even though they was already here before, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
We're
look,
the only ones who didn't actually come. Right here.
gentlemen, we got to pick this up, man. This is good dialogue, brothers. You know, I'm happy you guys, you know, talk. Like I said, this is what we need as a people, man. More dialogue, you know, because until we just put it all out there, man, it's gonna be people assuming certain things. You know, they're gonna assume one thing when real, like I said before, judging by, like I said before, by my boy Al Post, man, you know, people have one way of thinking that he is, but like he said, you got to open your mind up, and that's so true. You got to open your mind up. You got to be. How should I put it? Something I told somebody one day. I said, man, when it comes down to, and I've been using the terminology the American black man. To me, the military for majority of young men that come from single parent homes, the military is the best place for you. Like Al said, people know him from 20 years ago, and they thinking he the same cat 20 years ago, not knowing this brother's evolved. He's evolved, you know, and you know, I think we all have been through that. You know, we go back home, and people like, oh man, you done changed up. Nah, it's called evolution. Plain and simple, you know, and I think that's what I think for me, I'm always say, to me, the military is a great stepping stone for a brother who doesn't know, who has no direction, you know, and that's something I know is in the military. I don't know if y'all know this too, but a lot of times the white folks be like, hey, I'm 4th generation military, my grandfather was this. But a lot of times, brothers, we the first ones in the family to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I mean, I can say I'm 2nd generation through my pops, but it wasn't like as a kid, you know, it was ingrained in me. It was just, you know, it was like, hey, my old man did it. It was good enough for him. It's good enough for me, you know. And I think that's what we got to start really, really projecting, man. Like I said before, I got you on one episode. I actually tagged you in on Facebook. So, man, feel free to share and, you know, let people tune in, man, so they really can understand your perspective, because a lot of times we get lost in text. You know, a text may say one thing, but that's not what you mean, you know, and I just think, man, I think we need more dialogue, man. I would love for us to do this, man, more often, bro, because I really enjoyed this, man. I really did. And, you know, I'm glad that we had a dialogue and brothers can come together in unity, man, you know, and I love that, man. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this podcast, let you brothers get some rest, man, because I gotta lay it down, man. But I wanted to just, you know, like I said, that post, man, that my boy had, I was like, we gotta do a podcast, man. This gotta be done.
Yeah, man.
So
appreciate it, man.
No doubt, man. I'm glad
man, all I try to do, man, is try and put out there, man, that, you know, just race shouldn't stop you from making it, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, you could be and do whatever you want in life, man. But just because you're black, whatever color you is, that you know, ain't gonna stop you, man.
Yeah.
Put your mind to it. That's all I be trying to tell people, man. And you know, I mean, like I said, people have their own views and opinions, and I respect it till they take it and run off with it and start being disrespectful. Then I'll be disrespectful back. You know, but You know, I don't blatantly disrespect anybody, man. I just try and put information out there that I've read, I've heard, I've talked to somebody about. And, you know, I mean, that's all I could do, man. Try to spread whatever little word I can. A little motivation I got to anybody else that made me, you know.
Yeah, I would say continue to do it, man. Continue to do it, bro. But hey, I'm going to end this podcast, man. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the Cigars and Mac podcast. And everybody have a good night. Peace. Peace.
Leverage the power of extraordinary with Sterling's Power Business Banking Checking. Offering tiered relationship rewards, it's part of a suite of solutions delivered by your own experienced relationship manager that can help you manage cash flow and improve operating efficiencies so you can focus on strengthening your business. See for yourself. Call 855-550-0041 or visit snb.com/offers today. Sterling National Bank. Expect extraordinary. Member FDIC. Equal Opportunity Lender.
Want to hear something amazing? Discover matches all the cash back you earn on your credit card at the end of your first year, automatically, dollar for dollar, with no limit on how much you can earn. Extra cash? Come on, how amazing is that? In fact, it's even more amazing when you realize all the places where Discover is accepted. 99% of places in the U.S. that take credit cards. So when it comes to Discover, get used to hearing yes more often. Learn more at discover.com/yes. 2020 Nielsen Report limitations apply.